world currently has 2,604 billionaires. That's quite an astounding number. Can you imagine all the things you could buy with $1 billion? We came up with a few. You could buy the Miami Marlins. Or if baseball isn't your thing, the New Orleans Pelicans can be purchased for a cool $1 billion. You could buy a few private jets or dozens of supercars. How about Queen Elizabeth's most famous private property? Yes, you can buy the Balmoral Castle. We can only imagine what it would be like. Well, in today's video, we are going to be talking about none other than the famous US billionaire and founder of Microsoft, Bill Gates. Bill Gates, 64, is currently the second richest man in the world at $96.5 billion behind Jeff Bezos. Bill Gates is one of the greatest entrepreneurs in our lifetime and has no doubt acquired some massive wealth in his lifetime. Gates once said that it is unfair how rich he is. Maybe this is why he decided to give back so much. He and his wife started the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which is the world's largest private charitable foundation. It helps improve global health and gives opportunities to less fortunate people all across the world. He sold most of his Microsoft shares and now owns only 1% of Microsoft as of today. Gates has donated $38.5 billion worth of Microsoft stock right back to his foundation. All that stuff is great, but what we really want to know is how Bill spends it all. Surely someone worth almost $100 billion has some lavish spending habits, or does he? Before we begin, please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well and hit the bell icon down below. It helps us to grow our channel and get in front of more viewers. With that said, let's get into how exactly Bill Gates spends his billions of dollars. Real estate. Real estate has created more millionaires than any other industry out there. It's no surprise that Bill Gates has his hand in it. He has amassed a multi-million-dollar portfolio, which includes a 66,000 square foot home in Medina, Washington. It's known as Xanadu 2.0 and is an earth-sheltered house. This home is worth an estimated $127 million. Our jaws just dropped. Can you imagine what the parties must be like here? The house includes 7 bedrooms, 24 baths, a 20-person cinema, and a 60-foot swimming pool. The property has a giant trampoline and a 2,300 square foot reception hall. Of course, one property wouldn't be nearly enough for the Microsoft honcho. Gates also owns an equestrian estate down in Wellington, Florida, worth an estimated $55 million. Wellington is the equestrian capital of the world, and his daughter Jennifer is a devoted horseback rider. The property is 30 acres and includes an area for his daughter and other billionaire families to ride their horses on. Private island. What would it be like to be a billionaire and not even have a private island? I mean, come on. It turns out that it is incredibly rare to own an island, and the only other billionaire to be able to lay claim to this feat is Richard Branson. Gates' very own island is located in Belize and is called Grand Boat Cay. It's worth $25 million, which is just a drop in the bucket for Mr. Gates. Expensive artwork. Mr. Gates is well known for his love of iconic American artwork. He does, however, like to keep his purchases on the down low. His considerable artwork collection includes works from Leonardo da Vinci, Winslow Homer, and Andrew Wyeth. He also loves the work of American Impressionists. His artwork is on display sprinkled throughout his various properties. We can only imagine how awesome some of that artwork is, considering some pieces cost over $1 million. Some of his artwork is digital and can be changed by the touch of a button. Corporate investments. Bill Gates' corporate investments make up the bulk of his assets.
So there's no, obvious thing to beat other investors out there, and there's reasons to think absolute returns.
They are controlled by Cascade Investments LLC, which Gates partially controls. Cascade has quite a large portfolio, so we'll break it down for you. They own 50% of Four Seasons Hotels, 7% of the largest McDonald's franchisee, Arcos Dorados, and over 10% in Canadian National Railway. Cascade also owns a small part of John Deere Tractor. Private jet. What would the life of a billionaire be without a private jet? Gates owns a Bombardier GD700, which is similar to large corporate jets like the Boeing 737. He has certainly logged some miles throughout his career, as his work and philanthropy has taken him all across the world. He admits that his plane is a huge indulgence for him, even though he claims not to have too many extravagant items. Car collection. You knew this one was coming. Bill Gates has 23 cars. 23. This sports car collection is worth around $650,000 and includes Porsche 911, Jaguar XJ6, and a Ferrari 348. He also owns a rare Porsche 959, of which only 337 were produced. He is also known to cruise through Seattle in his Tesla Model X, as he's always been a supporter of electric cars. Enormous library. Bill Gates is an avid reader, something a lot of wealthy people have in common. Inside of his 66,000 square foot house is a 2,100 square foot library. It includes both a domed roof and 2 secret bookcases. Inside one of these secret bookcases is a bar. He thinks of everything. Does Harry Potter live here also? Inside of this library is the famous Codex Leicester, which is a 16th century Leonardo da Vinci manuscript. Gates bought it for $30.8 million at an auction in 1994. Well, it's good to know Bill doesn't have a shortage of good books to read. Artificial stream and beach. At his giant property, he has an artificial stream that is stocked with salmon and sea-run cutthroat trout. In addition, his beach has special sand that is delivered via a barge from St. Lucia every year. It sounds like they could have some pretty awesome barbecues there. Way to go, Bill. 60-foot swimming pool. As we mentioned earlier, Bill Gates has a massive swimming pool at his estate. What we didn't mention is that it also has its own underwater music system. The pool is housed in its own 3,900 square foot building next to his house. The pool is so nice that guests can swim underneath a glass wall and come up to a terrace outside. How cool is that? Giant reception hall. You can't be a billionaire and not throw a few fancy parties every now and again. Gates built a 2,300-foot reception hall that can fit up to 200 guests for a standing-up cocktail party or 150 people for a dinner party. There is a 6-foot wide fireplace on one side and another wall that has a 22-foot wide video screen. In order to prepare for his dinner parties, Gates has 6 kitchens in his home. That way, the staff can be equipped for any type of event. That about wraps it up for our video today on how billionaire Bill Gates spends his fortune. As you can see, he does have some extravagant tastes, but nothing too crazy for a man with his enormous net worth. Although, we're not sure what sounds more fun, jumping on a giant trampoline or flying around in your very own private jet. Bill Gates has shown us how to be a classy billionaire by doing so many good things with his money. He has built companies and used that money to make smart investments that have created additional wealth. Superyacht. It looks like we saved the best for last. What billionaire's life wouldn't be truly complete without a $644 million hydrogen-powered superyacht? It is rumored Bill Gates put in his order for this superyacht in early February. The company who designed the yacht is a Dutch design firm called Sinot. They aim their product towards eco-warrior billionaires like Gates. They claim to have fused groundbreaking technology with cutting-edge design. This luxury vessel is powered by 2 28-ton vacuum seal tanks that are cooled down to a chilly -423 degrees Fahrenheit. They are then filled with liquid hydrogen, and the only emission is water. This eco-friendly yacht is equipped with a fitness center, infinity pool, spa, and a helipad. Because, let's face it, a billionaire like Gates may need to run off to an important business meeting while he's out cruising the oceans. Bill Gates is going to have to wait a while to test this one out because it's not scheduled to go to sea until 2024. We hope you have enjoyed this video today and it has inspired you in some small way. You don't have to be a billionaire to have a great life, but you can always aspire to have more wealth. What was your favorite way that Bill Gates spends his money? Was it the cars? What about the super yacht? We thought his eco-friendly home was pretty darn cool. Let us know down in the comments. We hope you enjoyed the content, and if you did, hit that like button. Thanks for watching.